It's me. Hi. I'm the problem. It's me. Hey friends, it's me, the Ebony Otaku, the well-rounded nerd. I've been to Walmart again. And this time, I can't even claim the fault of purchase was anyone's but my own. Because I specifically went in there to buy action figures. Like, legit. That's the whole reason I was there. We were coming home from, what were we doing? We were across town. I can't remember why we were out of the house, honestly. But we were coming back from something. And I said I wanted to go action figure hunting. Actually, I feel like we had been to another action figure store. And I was looking for Sailor Saturn. Not Sailor Saturn. Pause. So there's this series of Sailor Moon figures, and Spy Family has them as well, from the SH figures. Just say that 3 times fast. And I really like them. I like the look of them. They're well made. They're beautiful. And I think I'm going to get the Spy Family ones next month. Not today, but the store has plenty of the Spy Family ones. But I really love the Sailor Moon ones. And I happened to just stumble upon Sailor Saturn in this. I'd already gotten all the inner Senshi and Sailor Moon, but that day the store that we went to had Sailor Moon Eternal, and then I found Sailor Pluto and Sailor Saturn, so now I just need Sailor Neptune and Uranus. So we were at the store where I got these just to see if they could order them. They're going to try to see if they can get me Neptune and Uranus, because I really need a complete set. I mean, if I can get Tuxedo Mask or whatever, I'm not much concerned about him. If you hear noises in the back, that's my dog living his best life. It's his house too. He just went to the groomer, and he is displeased with his current smell because he doesn't smell like a dirty dog right now. But I really love these. Aren't they beautiful? It's part of the joy of collecting is just in the hunt. But I'm so close to having all of these that now, like, I can't. Like, I'm kind of hyper-focused on it. But y'all didn't come here today for Sailor Moon. You came here for us. I know. Legacy Galvatron. And look at him. Look at that face. Look at him. It's proper. Yeah, that's what we were out doing. We were just out gallivanting and having an afternoon together, going to some of our favorite shops. There were paints we were looking for. It was my sister-in-law's birthday last week, so we were also looking for some stuff for her. She wanted to get into miniature painting, so we put together, like, I got her a painting bag, and we got her the starter set of, what is it, the Citadel paints for the fantasy side, the Age of Sigmar, and Warhammer. Got her some brushes, got her some figures to paint, because the Citadel paints are really good. You know, and if you're just starting out, those starter paint sets have, like, enough to get you going, you know, mixing and all that kind of stuff. So we set her up pretty good, so she could start painting. But, you know, we were just out just having fun. Had lunch, went to a nice coffee place, and then hit a few of our favorite stores in town just to peruse and see. And one of the things she saw when they went to... How did Walmart become, like, an action figure spot, first of all? You know what? We don't have Toys R Us anymore. Somebody commented on one of my previous Transformers videos. Bring back Toys R Us. Like, for real, though. Like, for real. And not that little section in Kohl's or wherever they are. JCPenney. Is JCPenney still around? I don't even know. I don't go to the mall, so I don't even know what's there. But, you know, there's like a section in one of those department stores that's a Toys R Us section. That's not what we're talking about. We want Toys R Us back because it was great. But I will say, and I've said it before, Target and Walmart during the holiday off season is a great place to just randomly find figures. A lot of what's back there, not all of it, and no, Omega Supreme is not for sale. But that's mine. You don't sell your children. But a lot of what's back there, I just got lucky. I will trot down the toy aisle just to see what's there. And sometimes I find something like this. But I'm super excited because look what's around his neck. I know. Till all are one. So, you know, I gotta talk about the show. We don't open figures without talking about the show. So this is Galvatron. This is the evolved version of Megatron. And you might feel some way about Megatron and the Decepticons. But remember, history is always told from the point of view of the winners. And I really like that War for Cybertron series until they went to Earth and it got dumb. But in my opinion, if you like it, I love it. Okay, all right, we cool, we're cool. The War for Cybertron series is so Gen 1 feeling that I really enjoyed it. And so when I see figures, you know, in the era coming out, and even, you know, some of the ones that are real Michael Bay in the face, you know, because I haven't played any of the video games. Homegirl works. All right, I make time for all the media I can make time for. But, you know, there's bills to pay, and this BS doesn't buy itself. So she's got to work. But what I really do love, as I harp on War for Cybertron over and over, is that there was a resurgence of these Gen 1 models. And then when that Bumblebee movie came out, it produced a lot of models. And then they were just going back and doing models from the original animated movie, you know, that Studio 86 series and all that. So it's been really cool these past few years to see so much love and attention being given to the Transformers. But I was unaware, I mean, yay internet, thank y'all for informing me, that some of the figures I found were rather hard to find. And so I feel very lucky that I was able to get a hold of them. Now, this is really what's going to make you upset. This is number 2 of him for me. So I kind of knew I had this Galvatron, because sometimes I go out and forget what I've got and what I'm looking for. But I can't see him. So, I mean, it's going to force me to open it. I know we're being eco-friendly. But sometimes I like to keep a figure pretty, but still be able to see it. This is one I would have liked to keep pretty and still be able to see it. But now I get to have my cake and eat it too. Because when you have 2, one gets freed from the sarcophagus. But yeah, back to Galvatron. So this is the evolved version of Megatron. So, you know, my favorite scene in the original movie, you know the one. Here comes Orson Welles, he's floating. Or Orson Welles is, hold up, turn. Oh, there he is, Unicron. Orson Welles is Unicron, and he's floating. This is Unicron over here. Whoa. Big booming voice. And he makes his offer to Megatron and tells him, I can make you something greater. All you have to do is serve me. And Megatron fires back with, I'm Megatron, I don't serve anybody. And he says my favorite line in any movie ever. What do you say, Orson Welles? What do you say, Orson Welles, Unicron? Your bargaining posture is highly dubious. That's a kid's movie. Your bargaining posture is highly dubious. I didn't know what none of that meant when I was 9 years old. And now that I'm a whole adult, I'm like, wow, that's good writing. But on Earth, near the beginning of the War for Cybertron, of the Transformers animated movie, the original, Optimus Prime and Megatron get into it in Metroplex. Is it Metroplex? Yeah, it is. Yeah. Y'all see Metroplex back there? Hey. In the Autobot City. That's when Megatron finally achieves his goal. He takes Prime out. Yeah, I know, it's a sad moment for all of us. Like, that Prime death scene is just a kid's movie. Like, they drug his death out. They drug it out. They were going to make sure we were good and traumatized watching that. He turns black. His little head goes up. Like, it's a whole thing. Then the Matrix and it falling and Hot Rod catching it first, foreshadowing, and then Ultra Magnus putting it in the thing. Like, it's a whole thing. And then the Decepticons are just floating out in space. And Starscream did Megatron dirty. So Megatron wasn't dead. And there were several other Decepticons that got badly injured in that particular fight as well. Like, it was all-out war. The Decepticons were coming to end things, and the Autobots were like, we're not going to let you end things. You know, it was supposed to be the battle. And, yeah, they all got hurt. And they're trying to ride off an Astro Train, the Decepticons are, and Astro Train is overloaded. And he said, got to dump some weight. And Starscream, who's always wanted to be the Decepticon leader, dumps Megatron and some others out into space just to leave them. Like, look, I can get behind Megatron. Starscream, though, is he a little delulu. But because of that, that's how Megatron is able to be encountered by Orson Welles. I mean, I'm sorry, Unicron. That's how he's able to be encountered by Unicron. And incidentally, the voice of Galvatron in that movie is Leonard Nimoy. There are so many greats in that movie. So many. Like back in the day, like I think that's why Hayao Miyazaki movies are the only ones that I can watch dubbed, because I typically can only watch anime sub because it doesn't sound right. like the English voice matching is very rarely good. But Hayao Miyazaki is such a celebrated, as he should be, a director and writer and animator, that he get the good when they do his movies. Like Princess Mononoke is a really good example. That is one of the most beautiful voice castings I've ever heard in a dubbed movie. Like, they did it right. Ponyo was a really good one as well. Liam Neeson forgot he was in an animated movie in Ponyo. But that's what you want. You want actors who are all in. Spirited Away, again, beautifully dubbed. I can watch either of those, dubbed or subbed, and be perfectly happy. Probably couldn't watch Grave of the Fireflies. Not that I'm ever going to watch that movie again. Trauma's real. I probably couldn't watch that one dubbed. I'm sorry, yeah, couldn't watch that one dubbed over because of the context. Like, you really need to feel it. You need the original voices. But they went ham on the casting for that Transformers movie. And it's just almost like an archive of our classic actors and voices in one animated movie. So if for nothing else, like for some of the actors who were in there, it was like their last performance. How do you get Orson Welles, Leonard Nimoy, and the Micro Machine Man in the same movie? Anyway, you do it through animation. But yeah, so he encounters old Uni back there in space, and Unicron wants Megatron and his floating minions to do their bidding, and Megatron accepts. Of course, Megatron's gonna betray him at some point, because that's what you do when you're the bad guy. I got a chip nail and it's really annoying me. I will fix those this weekend. But also those who are out there that got dumped out of Astro Train with Megatron, they get transformed as well, and that's where the sweeps come from, Cyclonus and the sweeps. I've got Cyclonus back there. I've got one of the sweeps back there. I have such a collection. It's a little ridiculous. Don't care. It makes me happy. But like, there's this whole transformation that happens, and I believe, are they handy to get to? Oh God, they are. Wait 1 second. So in that scene, first, you've got Megatron. Now, this one's a statue. It's not an actual figure, so it doesn't transform. That's why he doesn't need to come out the box. He wasn't going to change anyway. But you've got Megatron, and he's out there. Look, this is him floating. Blah, 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 blah. Bargaining partner is highly dubious. I accept your offer. I accept. And then there's this cool scene where he, like, scans him and starts turning him into Galvatron, because apparently Unicron has the power to create life. You know? But this is the transformation Megatron, where he's half Megatron, half Galvatron in the middle. I saw this at the store and I was like, I got to have it. Like, got to. So this is Megatron and reformatting Megatron together. And they sit on my Decepticon shelf back there. And then he emerges from his chrysalis as the beautiful butterfly that we call Galvatron. Let's look at the box, though. I do love the artwork, and I'm glad I've got two, because I can toss this box and not care. And on the back here, you see that he's got the Matrix of Leadership on a chain. And yes, I found Hot Rod's Matrix. It was in the chest. I was scared to open it. I thought I was going to break it, but I opened it. Didn't break. I have the Matrix now. I'm going to do a short on it, so y'all will leave me alone. Or not. It's great for the algorithm. Whatever. Bless the algorithm gods. Thank you. But yeah, is she going to try to transform him? I have to, so I can risk it. We'll see. But I do love the box work. Is that a Dinobot? No, it's an Insecticon. No, that's an Insecticon down there. Yeah, there. Let's see here. What have we got over here? This is just straight Galvatron on this side. Doesn't he look like he's on the cover of a rap album? With his chain? Anyway. But if you watch the War for Cybertron series, your empathy for the Decepticons will go up. It will. Because you get the history, my tool here. You get the, don't cut towards yourself like I was about to do, and I'm still going to do. This is a very dull knife, so I'm not going to hurt myself. But children, be careful when you open your figures. If you watch that series, you find out, because I didn't read the books, haven't read the comics in a long, long time, why there is a war between the Autobots and the Decepticons. The Decepticons were a class of sentient robots who were basically enslaved to the Autobots. It was a caste system on Cybertron, which honestly, I didn't know nothing about that as a kid. I mean, they be sneaking deepness in on us in these kids' movies, I swear. Anywho, we're gonna look at him in just a second. But because of that caste system, Megatron and his cronies were basically subjugated by the Autobots and the ruling class, and eventually they rose up. And all of those who followed Megatron became Decepticons. Those who followed Prime became the Autobots. Back there, Omega Supreme, Metroplex, and I don't know if Unicron counts as this because he's kind of his own category, but these two are titans of Cybertron. They are tasked to defend the planet, and Omega Supreme is the first one to get involved. Like, Prime actually goes to them when he finds out that Megatron wants to find the Matrix and the Allspark and basically reformat the planet, and Prime goes to beg them to help them, and Omega Supreme and his counterparts are like, no, but in the end, Omega Supreme goes, yes, and then helps them. I always wanted this as a kid. My brother had one. I wish we still had it, because that thing was probably worth $1 bajillion. But he would never let me play with it, because it was a boy's toy. Well, who's got one now? But I'm a little sister. It's what we do. We don't stop being little sisters just because we got older. Can't play with my toys now. I'm joking. But eventually he helps Prime and the others get off-world with the Allspark, which is very dangerous because apparently without it, Cybertron's not Cybertron. Yeah, there's that. But it makes you reevaluate who you think the winners should be or whose side you should be on. Because oftentimes in stories like this, where there are two sides opposing each other, and we are supposed to believe that one side is purely good and one side is purely evil, as we know, as humans, nothing is 100% black and white. There's always a gray area in the middle, and it's usually in the gray area that we find the truth. So I'll be honest, I'm Team Decepticon. Kind of like Chaos. I'm with Chaos. Chaos was just hanging out, and the humans came knocking on their door. The Emperor kicked in Chaos's door, and Chaos said, what? Chaos was just hanging out until the Emperor kicked in their door. So, sorry, Imperium of Man. He's kind of majestic, isn't he? Yes, every single one of my nails is a different color. Every nail on my body is a different color. She likes color. He's kind of beautiful. Look at him. And he doesn't look Michael Bay in the face. That's probably the best part. He looks like himself, and it's great. Oh, I kind of love it. So let's get him out of here. And here's what I love. See, this is what I expected when I opened up Hot Rod, which I don't know if I'm happy or sad I opened him. His box is in the closet. That was not a box that was getting thrown away. I have the Optimus and Bumblebee from that series, and I have not opened those. I don't know. Because they are so stinking rare. But yeah, look at these guys gangster chain here. But let's free him. You know what? Somebody got paid to do this, so whatever. Employment opportunities. Oh no, it's those paper cords. I hate them. You know, it feels like your nails are gonna fall off when you're trying to open it. I can hear you saying, why don't you go get some scissors? Because I'm already in my office. I'm not getting up again. All right, I think I can free his blaster the easiest first. So, yep. So, at least the weapon he turns into now is a more believable size than the little handgun. They're made of a shape-shifting material. Get out my face. Quit retconning. All right? It makes no sense. And we can just accept that it makes no sense that they just, when they transform. That's my scientific term. If I could wear this, I would. I need a matrix of leadership necklace. Hey, husband, are you watching? Yeah, I kind of, or earrings. Earrings would be good. We went to go see The Labyrinth over the weekend in theaters, and I wore my door knocker Labyrinth earrings for the occasion and my Labyrinth shirt. It was great. Yeah, okay, so we have our matrix. Okay, the big weapons. I bet these just slide out. They do. Pew, pew. Why does this look like a Star Destroyer from Star Wars? Anyway, and there's 2 of them. All right, now the baddie. Aww. Okay, I can do this. Oh, wait. I think there's an easier way to do it because he's got... I'm lying to myself. This sucks. Okay, 1 arm free. Yeah, we're doing this in real time. We sure are. No cuts, no jumps. You get to suffer with me as I do this. Where'd the box go? There it is. Now my dog is knocked out. He wanted out a second ago, but now he's asleep. Grooming takes it out of you. I know it's hard to be a dog. They have such rough lives. He has to, you know, go for walks and eat and lay in my office in one of his 4 beds in the house. You know, he has to, you know, get fed good food. Just, it's a rough life. I'm having a rough life right now. Holy cow. I've gotten 3 out of 6 untied. Holy cow. I mean, I guess, you know, it's providing employment to someone out there. Whoever's job this is to tie these paper ribbon cords, God bless you, because I hope they give you gloves or something to protect your fingers, because I'm sure the chafing is unbearable. Well, I bet tying it isn't as awful as untying it. It would be worse if it was in reverse, where you had to untie all of this all the time. That would suck. Okay, 2 more. 2 more. I'm getting there. Holy cow. This just makes me want to find other things to do at my time. But I'm not. I'm looking around, trying to figure out where on my desk he's going to be displayed. I think I know, because I keep my current novels elsewhere in my office at the moment. So I think I have, okay, there's only 1 left. I think I have a spot for him. God. Okay, I just shook my whole setup. Getting that last one. Oh my God. If I try to take him out of here and there's another one, I'm going to scream. Okay, I think I got them all. Whew. Look at all that paper. Ow, 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 ow. Oh my goodness, you want to talk about some delayed gratification? Come on, open. Oh, there he is. Look at that. Oh. We're just going to take all of this and shove it in the box. In the box. I can't toss it behind me because my dog's back there, and if I was to hit him with this, I would feel guilty for the next 7 years. So, all right. Let us behold him. Let us behold the greatness and the majesty that is Galvatron. What do we think? Now let's see where his weapons go. Hold up. Hold up, so here's what we got. Okay, I can kind of see, okay, so when he transforms, this is part of the stand for him turning into a gun. Now, look, I get it. They have figured out how to turn these into extra toys that turn into things. I still don't see it. How you go from being 7 stories tall to 3 feet tall. I don't accept it. Fight me. But fight me in the comments for the algorithm. So, oh, he's great. Okay, I'm so glad I was able. Now you can see his face better. He looks proper. This is Galvatron. 100%. So, instructions. Oh God. That's a lot of... Okay, those go on his back. So, All right, this supposed to go back here somewhere. There's this, but that's not where it goes. See, this is why she can't even transform him. She can't figure out where to put the weapons. Transforming is a far off dream. Would y'all like to see me do a try to transform them series? And you can laugh at my butt. Yes, I know there's YouTubers out there who know how to transform them. I can just watch them. But that's less fun for me. I mean, to just fiddle around and hope I can do it. This feels like it plugs into something. This is for ages 8+. I at least fall into the plus. Oh, that can go together and be 2 weapons? Well, that doesn't go where I thought it did. I was looking at the wrong thing. This is the attachment part. And it goes on that right there. So this... Well, would you looky there? Instructions work. 1. And then 2. But apparently these will pop off and form a weapon. So that's kind of great. Okay, so there's that. And we need his blaster. She ain't transforming him today. 50 steps to I will keep the instructions and we will transform him sometime in the future. But that point in the future is not today. So he's got several ways he can hold his blaster. So they can go in the hand. It can go on top of his wrist right here. And then these come apart. And I believe... Let me see if I can get them together the right way. They make a weapon of their own. Flippy flippy in the instructions here. Yeah, so those face each other. Yep, they clip together. Look at that. They clip together, and now he can have another blaster. Because, yeah, that's what a machine who's a gun needed. Another gun. Makes sense to me. So I guess that means his wrist articulates this way. Gotta say, I do love the multiple points of articulation. So what do we love most? Do we love them with both out at the same time? Or do we love here? Don't ask me about transformed right now. Look, there's a limit to what she can do, and she knows what that limit is. Okay? There we go. We're into it, right? Okay. So when he transforms, this is his main weapon. I do remember that from all of the shows and whatnot. Now we gotta give him his gangster chain. You see me flying, they hate it. Do y'all remember in the first episode of Gen 1, the Autobots could fly? Someone confirmed that. They could fly. Like 8 years ago, Netflix had Gen 1 and Gen 2, and the movie in Netflix is gone now. I really enjoyed it while it was there. But I swear, in the first episodes, the Autobots flew. And then they didn't. I want to talk about an uneven playing field. But anyway, they see me flying. They hate it. Always trying to catch me flying dirty. Try to catch me flying dirty. Try to catch me flying dirty. Okay, I'm done. Before I get a copyright strike over some fakeness. Okay. Ah! No. See, that's why I set them and forget them. Like Ron Popeil. Y'all remember Ron Popeil? Set it and forget it. Infomercials. When there was no more TV in the middle of the night, you watched infomercials. Summer vacations, man. Good times. Saturday morning cartoons. Infomercials at night. It was great. That was before there was Adult Swim and all of that. Yeah, this basically, and then the sign-off noise. Y'all remember the sign-off noise? At like 3 a.m. until the news came on at like 6 a.m. I'm old. Anywho, but what do we think? Do we love him? I kind of love him. I'm kind of glad I have one to take out of the box. Oh, he is too great. Where is he going to live? He has to live where I can see him. He cannot just be put away. No, we cannot just put him away. I think I'm going to put him on my shelf with my Adepta Sororita because there's a technique back there in a box I need to put together, so it just needs to come out anyway, and he's going to get that spot, and he will be standing with Erd, Skuld, and Beldandy from Amegame-sama. Oh my god, he dances. You see me rolling, always trying to catch me flying dirty. Okay, I'm done. We're calling him a success. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.